Now that iOS 18 has been available in the market for quite some time now for the developer beta, we have it installed on Apple CarPlay. And in case you missed my previous video where I show you all the new changes, here are my top favorite changes that I found on iOS 18 Beta 2. So the compatible devices, you could pause the video right here, but so long as you have a 10S or a 10R or newer, you're good. Your device is fully compatible. And here's the timestamps. If you like to skip around, they'll also be in the video description down below. So with the Beta 2 update, a couple of new changes were added on Apple CarPlay. See this home button? Now you have a new icon for your home. If you're on this page, I noticed that this is very similar to like the original icon that was found on the iPod Touch or even the first generation's iPhones. So I think that's where this throwback icon came from. I thought that was kind of cool. Your notifications are also now different. As previously, it used to take up the entire bar right here whenever a notification like your messages or your AirTag alert will come up. Now it's just this little section right here, which I think it's kind of cool. It definitely does get my attention a lot more than the wider, thinner one that we previously had. In addition to that, Siri also got smarter because now whenever you ask Siri what's the weather gonna look like in like a town or in your location, it looks like this. What's the weather looking like in Seattle right now?
It's currently partly cloudy and 69 degrees in Seattle, Washington. Expect cloudy skies starting early evening. Temperatures are heading down from 70 to 60 degrees tonight.
So it has this new like design. Same applies for if your like favorite baseball team, hockey team, football, whatever team you're following. So long as it's compatible with the Apple TV, I found out. You can always ask Siri on CarPlay, how's the score looking like? And we'll give you this new animation graph as well. What was the score on the latest Kings game in hockey?
The Kings lost the series 4-1 against the Oilers. They lost the last game 4-3 on May 1st, 2024.
Oh, that's terrible news, but it now has this new score graph. Then if you're ever playing music, as an example, let me go ahead and select like a non-copyright song. So as you see, we have music playing on our iPhone, but now if you launch the camera app and you start video recording, you can actually record while media is playing with Apple CarPlay. Now this is kind of buggy as time making this video. It still is in the developer stage, of course, but over time when it's officially released, I'm sure this will be perfected. But now we have the ability to finally record while the media is still playing without it automatically pausing whenever your camera starts recording. If it's not working for you for whatever said reason, it could be disabled by default. On my iPhone 15 Pro, I had to go into my iPhone settings and then go into camera. Then in recording sound, enable allow audio playback, and this should resolve any issues. And then whenever you look at the incoming text message, by the way, you may have noticed that the profile to the photo that's assigned to your contacts will also appear in the notification tab. Before it was just the app that the notification was showing. But other than that, everything is basically standard, what we've seen in the past, what I covered previously. The only new things that the Apple added for this update was the fact that there's now a new sound ability where you can allow your silent mode change whenever you connect your device to CarPlay. So if you turn this mode off, if you read down here, iPhone will play alerts and system sounds when connecting to CarPlay. And then if you turn it on, your iPhone will not play alerts and system sounds when connecting to CarPlay. iPhone will still play ringtone, alarm, timer, music, and audio from videos. Now, I was testing this out. I still don't know exactly how that works, but some people in the community I know on some forums mentioned that if they have announce message enable and if you have turn silent mode off, it's not going to work together. It's going to turn off your announce messages, so it's just something to keep in mind. So I found best results just leaving it off. But in terms of wallpapers, nothing new was added, even in beta 2, unfortunately. Hopefully, eventually, we'll finally have the ability to finally add like our own photo we would like to add on CarPlay. But as time making this video, we still have the same generic one we've seen on previous OS on iOS 17. Nothing changed there. What is new in the accessibility tab? There's now a new color filter where if you have a hard time seeing certain colors, like blindness of some kind, you could do grayscale, which will turn everything into this black and white theme. You could do red and green filter, green and red filter, and from my understanding, these filters also help a lot if you wear polarized sunglasses. So I like the fact we now have this ability, but if you go all the way to the very bottom, you can also adjust intensity if you need a higher, medium, or high, as you see right here. But if you have a hard time of viewing small items, you can also bold the text more, which really does do a good job on doing that. I kind of like this, to be honest, as there's so much available real estate space on CarPlay. Having a bold enable kind of helps me, especially when it comes to navigation and directions. And then in the accessibility tab, you also have this new voice control. So with voice control enabled, this microphone icon will pop up, letting you know that the microphone is enabled. It's always waiting for your command. And the way it works is basically like this. Open music. Open settings. So I can say something like, open YouTube music. Tap play. Tap pause. It's a bit buggy. Tap pause. Tap pause. It needs some improvement, but I'm sure as soon as the official release is out this fall, all these small minor bugs will be resolved. But as you saw earlier, it does work with third-party apps. You just need to know the name of the app to launch. So just say open to open up third-party or first-party apps and tap anything you visually see on the display. But if we go back to our settings, another new change can be sound recognition. When you have sound recognition enabled, Apple CarPlay will continue listening for car horns or sirens. So if I toggle sirens or car horn in it as an example, and I go ahead and play some sirens on a different phone, a little notification will pop up telling you that maybe sirens are playing, allowing you to be alert of your surroundings in case you have a hard time of hearing. I'm sure this will definitely benefit people. Now, as for navigation, the Apple Maps actually did receive a new update. I noticed like some of the icons, they have a more like grayed out, like shadowy texture. But even driving in like the Bay Area where I was not too long ago, some of the street lights and street signs have been enhanced too. So there's a slight improvement in like the texture and the graphics that you're seeing right here. So subtle improvement in its visualization. And then if you ever experience motion sickness on your iPhone, so long as you're on the latest version iOS 18, developer beta or public beta, by bringing down Control Center, you'll see this new icon that is for motion sickness right here. If you don't see this, just enter wiggle mode, add control. And then in the vision accessibility section, you'll see the vehicle motion. And from here, just simply enable only in the vehicle, and these little dots will then magically appear. And depending on your vehicle's motion, if it's braking, accelerating, the dots will adapt to prevent you from experiencing any motion sickness of any kind when it comes to operating your smartphone. But other than that, there you guys have it. That is everything new for iOS 18, the developer beta 2. I believe next week we'll receive beta 3, and I'll go ahead and keep you guys updated in case we get anything else. Then we are in July now. The public beta should be available sometimes during these next few days, so keep an eye out. And then for the official release, should be released sometime in the fall, typically around the September period. Once we see the release of the next generation of iPhones, it's typically when Apple released the new updates. But since we are in July, the public beta should be opening anytime soon, probably this week or the end of next week. So definitely do keep an eye out in case there's an updated video on this channel. So be sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss any new updates. Now, if you'd like to watch more, check out this video over there where I go through all the cool changes and new integrations that Apple added for tvOS if you have an Apple TV. Thank you so much for watching.